Okay.
This cannon here is what's known as a 10-pound Parrott gun. Parrott after Dr. Parrott, the man that invented it. Okay. We affectionately call her Polly.
Polly. Is this a real cannon from the
Not
Civil
from the war, it's a modern
This is-
made one.
It's a
But
modern
it's exactly
made.
like they were back then,
Okay.
except it's better steel than they ever had back then. That's one reason I like her so much. She's a lot safer that way.
Okay.
Okay, she's a muzzle loader. You load her from the front here. Powder charge first, and then your projectile on top of that. And you,
Y'all know what he means by projectile? It means a bullet or something like that.
yeah,
right?
your 10-pound piece of steel.
Or y'all use cotton ball? I mean, cannonballs? Or they
You
cotton
can fire a
balls?
solid shot in this, but your bolts are cannonballs, but they're conical shaped,
Okay.
and there's a explosive charge inside of them, which is ignited by the gun when the gun fires, and then depending on your range and how long you cut that wooden fuse, which gets ignited when you fire, that's how long it's going to take for it to explode.
Okay.
You ever heard about, got a short fuse? That's what that's comes from. And then, of course, you ram it home this way. You ram your charge home and tamp it in real good and tight.
On the other side? Yeah. Stay, keep your distance.
Notice, too, I'm not grabbing it with my thumb on top of the pole. Always grab it like this. If it were to go off, I'll get a few splinters, and at the worst, maybe lose a finger. I'm going to lose my whole arm this way. Okay, so you just do it this way. And plus, when it's being, you want to go ahead and simulate.
Is this the one y'all shot off early this morning?
No, we didn't shoot. We haven't shot any cannon.
Oh, somebody, I read in the newspaper that they were shooting one off at like 8:30 or in the morning or last night or
No,
something.
no cannons that I know of have been shot here. There's
Oh.
only 2 of them here. None have
Okay,
been
well
shot.
they made some announcement that don't worry about it if you hear a cannon shot.
Well, maybe that what happened was the powers that be decided in advance, that before we even got here, that we weren't going to shoot. We came with powder and everything to shoot, but their decision was we're not shooting, so that's what happened. At any rate, this thing is capable of shooting probably about a mile. Maximum range would be about a mile. Now, if anybody here been to Gettysburg Battlefield? Well, if you go over on the Confederate line and look across
We are behind
to
Tower
the
Bank.
clump of trees, that's a mile. And this would have been capable of going that far and then some.
Drive up to the Tower Bank.
And pretty much accurate to where you're pointing it at. Because, it's done mathematically, you figure out, and aiming it at one point. But they're surprisingly accurate and efficient and deadly for the time. The hardest thing about them, though, is they're heavy to move around. This piece would have been moved by a team of 4 horses, with 4 more horses onto the limber block, which is the ammunition caissons.
And look!
And us, we're the horses. At this point, we have horses, but they're trained for the cavalry right now. In another year, we'll have them working on the gun, but for right now, we're the horses. Anybody have any questions or anything?
And we're going to stay with we do this really well.
Well, this cannon here is only about 2 years old, but it's made just like the ones that they used in the Civil War. This is what's known as a reproduction. We can't afford the real ones. The ones from the Civil War would be almost the cost of a house. You don't want to shoot your house.